is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has, and how the game flows through him.
What's the zip code for Cherry Hill, New Jersey?
Game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
Yeah, right? Two touchdown passes.
But when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 15 carries, 61 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Far. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd down, Swift. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Ball carrier. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Taken in the end zone, and this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try to get this offense moving.
So how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before and realize it hasn't worked so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete.
By number 10.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good edge steam going.
Man open down the middle of the field. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 23. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Jones, off play action. And eventually he's taken down here. Great coverage downfield, resulting in the sack.
A big loss.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And be intercepted. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Now it's Swift. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
To throw on 3rd down. Far. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
At the 41-yard
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Operating from the gun. Jones to Shepard, complete over the middle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. Out to the right here to Shepard.
Jones pass.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Throwing, Jones. They can manage to knock the tight end. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
At the 33-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Now they run with Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Bears nothing.
On second down, it's Snell. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Snell, the ball carrier.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Operating for the gun. Jones. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Jones sacked.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Jones going to throw on 3rd and goal. Throwing right, and that's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Looking to throw. Far. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they frame.
And he takes this one in for the Lions. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Fielded in the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blow. It's the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here. That doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side.
Maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On 2nd down, Mixon, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
On the tackle
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now Jones. And he connects with he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
46-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Jones. Ebron caught left side. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
That's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly.
His pressure too strong. Down he goes. His big Trey Flowers getting in there that time for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
1st and 10.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Far. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
6 yards. 1st down.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He was 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They had great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Far. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3.
Bears 3.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. He's going to launch it for Washington. And the throw on the sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. On first down, Farr. His throw caught at the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
They'll try to run with Swift. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked.
10-10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before break. Farr. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. So here are the Lions to take over. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Farr. He's going to go up top again. And his throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And we'll finally get him as he's all the way down to the 40-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that they operate off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
44-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They think it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
the Lions 5-yard line.
Another try for Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
From the gun, Jones. Picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
A 37-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will close the gap down to 14.
Lions 20. Bears.
So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
To throw on 2nd down. Far. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's going to be taken down short of the 1st, right around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially when we get deeper in the game.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Point after.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jones. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. And they keep making the connection.
And he will have the Bears 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mixon. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Shepard. And he will have the Bears 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Mixon with a 1st down carry. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Lions' 48-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He finds his running back, Mixon.
Jones.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Jones. Able to shake him off. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
On the stop. The tackle made back at his own 49.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Far. He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Johnson on the coverage.
On 3rd down, Far. He's going to take another shot here. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they get this all the way inside Chicago's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. As many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers.
Pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Far. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift. And they'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Swift with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
The kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Lose the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Goes to the right side here, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time,
and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Lions. 59 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Not much there, only a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on
the line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Far. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. The Lions will use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Far. Now he goes screen. It's complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Makes the score Lions 37.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
At their own 25. 25-yard line.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try to keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one.
Here's Jones. Off the play fake. You got the big lead defensively. You're willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Jones. From the third down. And he comes back with one complete. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. To throw again on second down. Jones.
Defense is worried.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Jones throwing on third and long. And that would be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Jones now throwing on fourth down. He's got daylight. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
This is caught at the 8. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Operating from the gun. Far. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So So for the Lions, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they